Well, greetings, hello, and welcome back so soon again. Episode number 3, as eager as ever to get this episode out. A lot to do, though. Really a lot to do. I'm going to try to stay focused. We've got too much on the mission agenda, I think, for one episode, but let's just give it a try. Where do I begin? So, today's going to be kind of like a two-part episode. I really want to make sure that we expand the downtown. We need to get a lot more income coming in, because our first pedestrian zone is going to be just so expensive. It's going to be a big pedestrian zone, too, but it'll all be worth it. And before the city gets like too big, we have to start trying to like tinker. I don't know if we have the key walls yet. This is a bit of a tough one. So you've never seen this before. This is not really the mission agenda right now, but it's on the docket somewhere, right? We do. Oh, son of a bee sting. So obviously you can't put these anywhere you want, right? It's got to be on a shoreline, unless you're a crazy maniac like us, right? So what we're going to try to do is flood the area, pause, and then just try to get some key walls in through here. But it'd be really, really fun to start using these ones. And these guys are from the Content Creator Pack. I wish they didn't have to do a shoreline. I wish there was some kind of anarchy, but that is just kind of how it is. Anarchy would be, yeah, that's a good little play on the word. But yeah, so that'll be kind of what we're trying to work on towards the next few episodes. And that kind of ties into a little bit of what I'm going to try to build right now. And what that's going to be is kind of like a mall right here. Like a mall in the sense that, like, not for shopping, but for pedestrians. So we'll have the pathways kind of match. Nice, strong design and pattern through here. Hopefully a fountain. This is probably going to be in the center of it, like our first pedestrian area. So we'll have like plazas come through and stuff. And then we're going to try to tie that into like the key walls. And I feel like this ramp right here, like if we're going to be playing this like properly, this theoretically was like the original access. I don't know, theoretically, why do I use that word? But this probably would have been like the original. Are these icons? I'm going to pause. This poor city. But yeah, so we need like the original harbor. So this could kind of tie into some commercial and some industrial. And we can have like old assets that maybe got converted. Maybe there's like a fairground on the pier, casino. So a lot of opportunity to kind of have some fun down here. And then over here can just be like a really big, beautiful beach. Just for like people to come down and enjoy. And definitely get some assets. But like, man, tie this in with the trams, tied in with the trolleys. All of it will be so great. So, mall right here. Another little turnaround. Kind of like a semicircle road. We'll put a government-looking building right there. That's a good reference point, too. Some older stuff. And anything that kind of has like a nice old brick or Art Deco feel, I think is going to go in here. And then we'll, just try to put a bus shelter. Bus shelter. A little bus turnaround point. So the first of our transit hubs, and I think we're going to be pretty aggressive, but we're going to put in some bus lanes, and we're going to widen some of our streets here. So that's all. But before we do that, I have to fix all these icons that are flashing. So, see, like I said, there's a lot on the docket today. All right. So can we accomplish it all? I think so. Yeah, I think one of the changes is like wherever we have these roads, I'm going to add the extra lane. So we still have 2 lanes for driving, 1 lane for buses, and now we can start putting in some palm trees. That's also very important to me right now. Honestly, trees are great in this game, especially from like a vanilla perspective. They are forgiving if you're making some mistakes, or have to hide some jank infrastructure. And like, a hot, beautiful summer day in our San Imperial city, right? If you're sitting in traffic, a little bit of shade would be nice. What if your AC just broke, right? What if you're like a windows down kind of guy? Yeah, this also, just an asterisk, I'm aware of the fact that this is getting a little bit backed up. If there's time, which there won't be, we'll do like interchanges maybe next episode. Just a nice little light one. I might throw in another one of those like LA kind of approach one where there's just like, hey, here's some room, let's put in an off-ramp. But that's not really the theme right now. Okay, so 3-speed to help with some income coming in. That's power. That's sewage, and then this is intake. So that's probably, I imagine garbage is probably next, right? How full is this place? Getting there. So yeah, our secondary goal as well, I should have mentioned, is just, as you guys know, we're trying to get the incinerators unlocked. So if we could zone some residential, that'd be good too. Okay, so I want to do a one-way system through here, which is also very San Diego. And if you guys have not seen this, the free update is new roads. And so now we've got a 3-lane, one-way, a 4-lane if you want to, but I think that's a little bit much. So let's go the whole way down. Oh, no. No. I was doing something fancy there, but that's okay. And then in this spot right here, we're going to build our own using some one-way roads, like our own little bus turnaround point, and we'll use one of the new ones as well. But like throughout the city, we'll use like all the DLC packs and the content creator packs too, and some of those have like outstanding mixed-use stations. And there's like a couple train stations I've been dying to use lately, so hopefully we can get those in as well. All right, so ticking time bomb before the garbage dumps fill up. Otherwise, I think we're pretty good with services here. I could possibly sneak in another fire department somewhere, but yeah, we're getting a little out of hand here. Okay, so for the sake of some money and the sake of just getting the population a little bit higher, while we just you know, hang out in the downtown, let's maybe throw in a neighborhood or two over here. And what's really fun is once we get the next milestone as well, we can start putting in some of the new district specialization. Yeah, I feel like this area here is just prime. Oh, for goodness sakes. I literally just said about the fire, too. Oh, my goodness. Hopefully it doesn't take... Oh, there's a fire department. That wasn't too bad. But yeah, so this spot here, we can kind of pretend like, you know, some old buildings, they got knocked down, and we can test out the wall-to-wall brand new ones. And we can keep that open space in the middle there for some courtyards and some plazas. That'll look really nice. So let's keep these guys open for that. Let's zone over here. Let's just get one more street coming up. And I think that means we'll probably need to add just like a little bit more on this side then. And yeah, since we haven't, let's start using some more of these new roads. I think we'll do a bicycle strategy as well for next episode. All of it kind of ties together. That's what I'm looking for. What's the cross street here? Yeah. Just to give us an extra lane through here. Perfect. And then wide sidewalks. I just basically want like one more block attached to this. So nice and quick. And then what we should probably do is cap this off with a bus lane street. And then this can be where the big loop makes its turnaround. And then we'll have the tinier loop kind of go between two spaces. Yeah, that'll be really fun. That'll be smart. A smart start. Where is my 6 lane? Oh, that's... Oh, I'm on it. I was like, they forgot to put that in there. No, they didn't. Those are expensive roads, eh? Let's go the whole way down, and then again, we'll just put like palm trees in. Kind of call that the first of our decorating and detailing, which really should be more front row and center. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so a little bit at a time here. Oh, I like that. Chance to do this as well, eh? With a smaller street? Yeah. And then Harbor, even though I wanted this to be skinnier, I just love how it looks with the trees, eh? Maybe we could take that down a notch, actually. Hold on. Yeah, just the trees. I don't really want to go down like a lane, but that's not terrible. I just feel like Harbor should still be a bit more of a driver focus, but maybe we calm it down here because of all the like the hospital stuff, but lots to think about. Lots to think about. Okay. Zoning, and I think by the time we finish our zoning, we'll know what we want to do. City kind of sometimes just like tells you if you know to listen. All right, so the blocks are a little bit longer through here. It's kind of nice, actually. Just change this. I've been making the music a little bit on the quiet side, so I hear it a bit different than you guys, but don't really want to feel like I'm yelling. Okay, so let's, where does that one line up? Perfect. So we'll do that. And these long blocks, I think, are going to look really nice if we do kind of like an in-town suburban, like kind of suburbia feel. And then just in case, does that need to line up? Yeah, see, like that's an important thing here too. It's not that these streets are connected, but if this is off by like a couple tiles, when you're zoomed out, your brain will kind of be like, something's a little bit off. So it definitely doesn't have to be symmetrical, but I would say take the time. Your subconscious might thank you, when you're staring at this. Okay, now this one can be... Just keep an eye on the intersection spacing here. I think we're okay, though. And I'd like an asymmetrical through here as well. Asymmetrical, I think it's still part of... I think you need, like, mass transit for that one still. Not 100%. Okay, so let's get some pipes in here. I don't think we need to add more services. I made that joke about the fire for reals, but like I think we're okay. And also, I mean, if we just spend too much time over here, we won't be able to get any bus stuff in. And again, guys, not that this is like a tutorial thing, but if you have any questions about anything, I can just do my best, you know? Whatever you need. I've been playing the game for a while. Not that it shows sometimes, but... There you go. And then, yeah, can we do... I know that the bigger specialization will come at the next milestone, but we might be able to do like an in-town suburbia feel. Why is that word hard for me to say? And this is just using European suburbia from one of the content creator packs. And I believe it was Avanya who did that one. Could be mistaken, though. Oh. I'm trying to make an effort. Come on, nice and slow. Walnut Heights. Yeah, see, these are the kind of things I need the names for. We'll definitely implement some of those. I know you guys are smarter than me, so... yes. Oh, yeah, perfect, cool. Oh, mid-century modern. Oh, of course. Yes, please. That will be just so perfect for the look as well. Oh, I'm excited for this. Also a new content creator pack. But this will be like pools, like just past the Art Deco. I know there's many Art Deco periods, but like the post-1960s one, or maybe it's a bit pre, I don't know. When you see these kind of style of homes, though, you'll know what's up. Suits the vibe for sure for what we're going for. Oh, this is so nice. Might be worth trying to plan out a bit more like structure to some of the neighborhoods here, especially if we get some fencing and stuff in. This could be a good, I mean, this is not what I wanted to do, but I feel like this is a good distraction point here, eh? So let's turn off the road guidelines. Let's put in some fences. And I know they have some connectivity to each other, but I want to put some trees and stuff in there too. But let's just break up some of this with just some, like, yeah, some fun tiles and stuff here. And just opportunities for some trees and stuff. That's cool. Yeah, bigger tree. One day. There it is. Yeah, you know, just a little simple bit of detailing. I kind of like that. And then, yeah, I'm not going to focus on it now, but like in a couple episodes, we'll just start diving in and tuning up some of our neighborhoods. Especially now that we have more streets to I think that'll also maybe tie in nicely with bicycles. Thinking out loud here, but yeah. Yeah, this is cool. And you can see if we maybe had just one tile in between here, that might be nice just to have some walkways, a chance for some trees as well, but we'll see how the buildings level up. But definitely learning as we go here. Okay, so I'm very confident this will get us to the 6,500 milestone. We just need a few more jobs for these people. And that fire. I don't know, man. We're on the border here. Let's throw it in. Probably help with land value too. Okie dokie. A little bit of industry. And then let's get the buses going. That'll help with traffic as well. I think we're not really doing terrible. It's just like when we zone a lot, we'll see it. Anyway, I just wanted to start over here, funny enough, at the beginning of the episode and build this out with the mall, and we haven't done any of that yet. Okay, so we're going to keep the one-way alive here. And I think there should be enough room. Oh, excellent. Yeah, some bigger buses too. Sports arenas. Oh, we're getting there. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Residential wall-to-wall. That'll look really, really fresh if we do that along the water's edge too. And I also have the, oh god, what is it called? It's like the sea stuff? Seaside town? That'll be so much fun to use too. Very San Diego as well. Very, very excited for that. Well, that's why you turn those off, you silly. And then, somewhere in here, we'll do a cross street with enough room. And then this can be like the end of the mall. And then we'll have like a government building here. Like a, courthouse. I'm not sure if any of those even exist just yet, but. Oh, this will look so nice downtown. An old cinema. That's very expensive though. Wait, don't spend that yet. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's sometimes shocking how expensive some of this stuff is. That'll look so nice too. And the arch going into like Old Town or the in air quotes gas lamp. Well, a mall for the mall? No, thank you. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Like the oppression office. Kind of funny. Or is that unemployment rate over 50%? Oh, for Pete's sakes. I feel like these are the ones we'll never unlock. I need to use like unlock all for that. Let me know your thoughts. I may not get to you guys in a couple episodes or two, but like just let me know your thoughts on that one. I do feel like at some point we really should just either leave space open for those or just get them down and then turn off the unlock all again. And it just loose placeholder right here. This will get replaced. Oh, that's cute with the tree actually. This will get replaced with a pedestrian zone, but let me put down, a couple of these things first. Let's just expand the city out a bit more. Start emptying that one. Cool. And really just, buses, right? Like we're kind of pushing our luck. If you came from this episode, or came to this episode expecting some bus stuff just based on like the thumbnail or what I was talking about before, and you're like, just stomp on your foot right now, I'm sorry, we're getting there. We're getting there. And then, the buses will be kind of fun to see if it like tackles traffic the way we think it will. Yeah, already that's so much nicer, right? Just this addition to harbor right here. It's cool. Very cool. We'll keep the bridges looking old-timey. So, get back to some lane sharing. And we'll double check the whole system once we get a little bit further here. Okay, let's do a wide streets. This will turn into probably the interchange. We'll go up and like kind of over on a curve. Oh, actually, yeah, maybe we have an off-grid that matches at the 45 that kind of goes with that line. Oh, that'd be kind of interesting. Yeah, let me just drink some coffee and think about that for a hot second here. As we enjoy the view. Got to fill this in a bit more. That looks a little bit lonely on its own, eh? Yeah, picture like, sprawling waterfront. We'll have like a nice big windy tram coming through here, coming to the lower level. We probably have to terraform a little bit more just to make this feel like we're not just building on sand, right? But okay. We'll have to do a little bit more zoning as well for the industry, because we're actually going to lose some of that space right now to buses. So maybe an old road. Maybe we have a couple of these just kind of floating around still. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, of course this when high density gets unlocked. Oh, that's great. So the goal, as you guys know, is to make this into offices. And so this will be so much easier to do now that this is unlocked. I don't really want to do blanket zoning because I want to fill the areas in the middle a bit more nicely, but just get that going. And also, too, because we have not put down a university campus yet, we're relying solely on people that are coming from the region that are going to have this education level. So it's unlikely that we'll be able to fill too many spots. So the yellow industry is going to still be a necessary evil, but we can start moving it a little bit back, which is nice. Closer to the highway. Look at this mess with the garbage trucks. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys could use an extra lane. And, you know, just a few more, like, light cycles, that kind of stuff. They'll figure themselves out. Okay, so as far as buses go, this is kind of nifty. I need one more street over. Or, actually, why don't we just make this a wide boy street that has bus lanes? Yep. And really, I just see these as opportunities for more palm trees. And I think that makes sense as well, to have a wider street go in for the highway interchange as well. And it'll be kind of like a multifaceted interchange. I think we're going to still keep this like arm, and we'll just be more focused on a bigger bridge structure through here. Okay. And so we'll keep this going this way. And then to make our own, just for some fun right here, let's get some one-way streets. Just to kind of inspire you guys a little bit. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this already. This is nothing like really new for me, you know, but I still love doing this. So we're going to put in a spot that is going to kind of be like, you know, pick up, drop off buses, that kind of stuff. There we go. So like just wide enough. Oh, it should be a bit closer. Just wide enough. Or long enough, sorry, that we can get maybe a bendy bus in here without really making too much of a traffic snarl. And like no one should take this besides the buses. And if we wanted to, we could make this also into a one-way corridor. We'll kind of see that. That could be a good play. Because really, like downtown, like anyone who's from San Diego knows, like you guys have a lot of one-way streets. So why don't we do another three-way, one-way, and it's going this direction. So the flow kind of follows. Yeah, I like that. A little bit more fun for the buses, basically. And then I'm just thinking, you know, we're going to have like, what is it, like, you know, offices. So nice tree-lined streets here, wider as well. Kind of help support a bit more of the government kind of feel. And I think that means as well, the service buildings here might get relocated. And this could possibly turn into something with like a clock tower. There's some really cool assets that we're going to start using, but let's just unlock those zones first. But then like, if you're doing the opposite flow to this, right? You got to go that street. Okay, I think I'm overthinking this. Let's keep this two-way traffic just for the sake of buses coming up and down, especially for like what we're about to do right now. And I think what we'll do instead is just get rid of one of the traffic lights. Or both even, just tell the buses to stop. But in our polite world, the buses would always have priority. People would yield for them. Or, bada bing, bada boom, let's go. A little bit more, yeah. More flow through here. Okay. The buses themselves are going to need somewhere to spawn, so we'll put down our depots. But let's see if we can maybe sneak this in as well. Compact bus station. Actually, right behind it would not be terrible. And then if that could... Oh, if we just needed like one more, eh? Well, that's not bad on this side. Actually, that's not bad on that side. Yeah, that kind of suits. It's almost like you're waiting in there too. And then behind here can be... Oh, yeah, this is a fun kind of detailing we can do. Yeah, again, I'm not really looking to do too much detailing, but in the heat of the moment like this, you know, if we just do little bits, it'll kind of feel like it's less intimidating later. If you keep putting this kind of stuff off, like at some point you're going to be like, oh, it's too much, I'm not going to bother. And, you know, in here too, just for argument's sake, if you wanted to see what would be the game plan, we could do really close together, two of these guys. Very challenging, but not impossible to do. You know, pack your patience. Or try to overlap a couple different types. Yeah, this one, I don't think so, eh? Yeah, I think I'm dreaming. But then that's a great spot if you wanted to put in, say, like a little fence or something, right? And we have some room on both sides for some skinnier trees. Shade is worth its weight in gold out here, right? So maybe a couple tall ones. It just makes the, you know, day a little bit nicer when you're waiting for the bus, right? And there's so many pieces. If you have all the content creator packs and like park life and that kind of stuff, there are benches, tile pieces. So we'll use those. This is just a very simple way to do it, right? But it looks nice with the wide sidewalks. Okay, so buses finally. La pièce de résistance here. Oh, inner city bus station. Oh, these are so gorgeous. All right, could you just focus for 1 second here? So now that we have somewhere that we can spawn the buses, if we wanted a bio bus depot as well, I think that'd be good to kind of put down. All right, so a bus route and bus theory in city skylines. It's going to be very similar to real life, so hopefully this kind of makes sense. And if you don't take transit, I don't know, this is a learning experience maybe, but you should though. Depends on where you're going, of course, right? But okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you guys is a bus loop that is going to go basically picking up people here, jet on over to more or less the community center, and then we'll go up and around this block, and then we're going to fall back on ourselves, and we're going to be kind of doing both sides of the street. And that should kind of make sense in a hot second here. So let's do outdoor pickup. We just spent some time right there, so why not? And this is just going to not have too many stops. But just think in real life too, like how far would you want to walk to the next bus stop? And if it's, you know, a bus stop every 2 feet, like you stop, start, and like nothing's happening, right? You know, what's your proximity to an intersection? If you're stopping over here, you got to backtrack a lot if you want to go up, right? So, okay. This one might be a bit close together, but a little bit limited because of the bridges. I ideally would have that one a bit further back. And then this one, what are you doing here? That one might have to go further back. I can show you how to move stuff after though. But yeah, so the main idea right now is that we're going to be using one bus line to do both sides of the street. A very common thing I see is people just kind of like serve only one side, you know, and they just go the whole way and then close off the line and then, you know, clap the hands, bada bing, bada boom, you're done. But that's not, like, what if you live like right here and you want to go this way? You have to take the entire length of the bus line. That doesn't make any sense, right? So you either need like a secondary line to complement your first one, or you have like a loop. So we'll stop. This is basically a community center, you know, because of the library and stuff. And then, yeah, just fall back on ourselves. These should not be too long, because the game will just spawn too many buses. It'll have a hard time trying to balance, but I feel like with practice, you'll kind of get the flow right. And as long as it makes logical sense what you're trying to do, I think that'll also kind of help. There you go, right? So one simple bus route. It loops back on itself, not too long. And if we wanted to, we can go in here and we can customize the type of bus. I was mentioning that when I was talking about school buses. So in here, vehicle. Depends on your DLC, of course. But you could have a lot of stuff in here, right? So super bendies. Oh my. Yeah, our normal bendy bus. That'd be really fun. And so the buses that did spawn are now going to go back to the garage. And I don't know what garage... Oh, yeah, there they are, eh? Cool. Fantastic. All right, so we'll let those do their thing. And let's put down a different type of bus. It kind of shows what I was talking about with the loops. So, whole new thing. We should have enough bus lanes already in place. And so here we want to encourage a little bit of line sharing. So we're going to stop fairly close. I would argue that this is not overly inconvenient if you wanted to walk in and transfer. And we'll try to tie in Metro eventually. And then here, again, to encourage line sharing, you can stop at the same spot. So a slight amount of overlap just through Harbor, which I think kind of makes sense. Harbor is going to be a pretty busy area for us. It'll be really fun to encourage people to kind of transfer between the trams and some of the trolley buses when we get those in play as well. Let's just change this over. Nice. And so yeah, we'll just do the loop and we'll go across 4th Avenue with this. And I still need to go through and update some of these roads, but time's starting to get away from us. I even said it earlier, right? Like, how do you teach an old dog new tricks, man? I'm out here trying, No, but for real, honestly, I hope you guys are enjoying this content. I'm really feeling motivated these days just to kind of get this out here, and hopefully it motivates you as well. And if you need to get fired up in the comments or anything like that, you just let me know. I am your man when it comes to that right now. All right, so there is basically the loop. And this is what I was talking about before, right? Like if you live, like right here or whatever, and you want to just backtrack a bit, it's ridiculous. You have to go the entire length of the city. Like, my goodness, no, man, no. So I also mentioned, which I totally forgot, if you wanted to get rid of a stop or add a stop, just hover over, do a little clicky, boom, no problem. Drag that to wherever you want it to go. And you're thinking to yourself, you know what? I don't like that one anymore. Right click, no problem. If you're halfway through making a line and you're like, oh, I need like another road or something, and then you're coming back, no problem. Just click where you were before. You're back in. If it's not working too well or you're on a console or that kind of stuff, like just go to move it. See how it's like, click to drag or whatever? I can't even simulate it. Hang on, there you go. You can just pull that, and then pull in it kind of brings you as well, right? And then you can add a new stop if you want later. Okay, and we're trying just to match across the street, so let's make this easy for our people here. And then yeah, so I was mentioning this last episode as well. Traffic is such a fun thing to tinker with in this game. The game, comes from an era where like multi-core, which is not the norm. So for it to use 4 cores is pretty cool. But like it would be so much better for the traffic simulation if they had more cores. But at the end of the day, I think it's a really good game for its age, and messing around with traffic is so much fun. And the traffic theory, it's there. Like, you can design roads till the cows come home, right? But at some point, volume takes over, and you have to think outside the box. It's got to be bikes. It's got to be buses. It's got to be just a different way. And I love that, Okay, this is going to be fantastic. The buses will find their own spacing. We can color the line as well, if that'll help us with route planning later. Otherwise, let's just let it go. 3 speed, don't worry about that bunch up. The game knows what's happening. And we are out of time entirely. Did you grow the downtown? A little bit. It's not too bad. We definitely need to add to it. You can see, though, it's coming together. So picture this as some offices. We're going to have some low-density plazas and that kind of stuff through here. Some offices, some lookouts, pedestrian-focused plaza area, coming full front row and center here. It'll be exciting. Traffic, an interchange, it'll help, right? But the buses it'll get us there. What else can I say before we run out of time here? Not much. I think you're wonderful. I really appreciate you hanging out. And if you guys if you do enjoy the content and you're just hanging out, like I'm not going to push you to sub, but it does help. If you want to go above and beyond, hit the like button too. Previous episodes even. And then yeah, if you want to buy me a coffee or something, that also helps. So no pressure, but I drink a lot of coffee, so it also helps. Anyway, guys, I will see you again. Next episode's coming fast. So much to do. Ask me some questions. Enjoy the day. You still got some time. Be motivated. I'll help you. I'll see you again. Drink some water too. That's the last one. But for real, you are wonderful. I appreciate you. Take care of yourselves.